When waitress Dinah served Barron Trump at a quiet, unassuming cafe, she expected nothing more than another routine shift. But what he left behind, a note and a tip, would bring her to tears and ignite a national conversation about kindness and empathy. The cafe hummed with the familiar sounds of an afternoon lull. The faint aroma of espresso mingled with the sweet scent of pastries as Dinah wiped down the last table near the window. Her feet ached from hours of standing, and her mind buzzed with thoughts of overdue bills. Rent was due in 2 days and her phone bill remained unpaid. The tips that day had been disheartening, loose change left carelessly on tables by distracted patrons engrossed in their phones. Just one more hour, Dinah muttered to herself, tightening her ponytail and adjusting her apron. Her manager, an older woman with tired eyes, gave her a silent glance of encouragement. Then the bell above the door jingled, breaking the monotony. Dinah looked up to see a tall young man step inside. He wore a simple shirt and slacks that made him look effortlessly polished. 2 men trailed behind him, their sharp eyes scanning the room. Security. Dinah's pen hovered over her order pad as recognition dawned. Barron Trump, the son of the former president. Her heart skipped a beat, but she quickly masked her surprise, professionalism kicking in. She approached his table, her voice steady. "Good afternoon. Can I get you something to start?" Barron looked up, his expression calm and polite. "Just a cappuccino and one of those croissants, please." "Of course," she replied, scribbling the order. As Dinah prepared his coffee, she couldn't help but steal glances at the corner table. Barron sat quietly, gazing out the window, lost in thought. He wasn't glued to his phone or laptop like most customers. There was a stillness about him, a quiet presence that felt unusual for someone of his status. When Dinah delivered his order, he looked up and offered a faint smile. "Thank you. You're welcome. Let me know if you need anything else," she said, keeping her tone neutral. As she turned back to the counter, she felt his gaze linger. Not invasive, just curious. Minutes turned into an hour. The cafe quieted again, save for the soft hum of background music. Dinah stayed busy, clearing tables and refilling sugar containers. Out of the corner of her eye, she noticed Barron pull out a pen. He leaned over the receipt, scribbled something quickly and tucked it beneath his empty coffee cup. "Thank you for coming," Dinah called softly as he walked past her on his way out. Barron paused, turning back slightly with a polite smile. "Have a good day." The bell above the door jingled again as he exited with his security team, leaving the cafe quieter than before. Dinah exhaled and walked over to clear his table. As she lifted the receipt, she noticed the folded paper beneath it. Curious, she unfolded it, expecting a standard tip. Instead, her breath caught in her throat. At the bottom of the receipt was a tip so generous it made her knees weak. 4 crisp digits stared back at her. Above it, a handwritten note read, "Your kindness and hard work don't go unnoticed. My family has been where you are. Stay strong. Brighter days are coming." Dinah's hands trembled. She read the note again, slower this time, letting the words sink in. Tears blurred her vision as she clutched the receipt. It wasn't just the money, it was the acknowledgement, the understanding. For the first time in what felt like forever, someone had seen her. Truly seen her. Her manager approached, noticing her tear-streaked face. "Dinah, are you okay? What happened?" Dinah held out the receipt with shaky hands. "It's from him, Barron Trump." Her manager's eyes widened as she read the note and saw the tip. "Wow. That's incredible." Word spread quickly among the staff and even some patrons. By the end of her shift, Dinah felt like the entire cafe knew. Her co-workers whispered excitedly and customers gave her knowing smiles. She tucked the note into her apron pocket, protecting it like a treasure. The next morning, Dinah's phone buzzed incessantly. She groaned, rolling over to check it. Notifications flooded her screen. "Is this you? You're famous. Check this out." One message included a link to an article. "Barron Trump leaves waitress a touching note and huge tip. Internet reacts. Dinah's heart raced as she clicked the link. There was her story, the note, the tip. Someone at the cafe must have taken a photo and shared it. The story had gone viral, sparking thousands of comments online. "This is what the world needs more of," one person wrote. Small gestures can mean everything. Dinah felt overwhelmed. The spotlight wasn't something she'd ever asked for. At work, reporters camped outside the cafe, eager for an interview. Customers pointed and whispered, their curiosity palpable. Her manager, however, was supportive. "You have a voice now, Dinah. Use it if you want to." After much deliberation, Dinah agreed to a single interview. On a popular morning show, she sat nervously under the studio lights. "Dinah," the host began, "this story has touched so many people. What did the note mean to you?" Dinah took a deep breath. It wasn't about the money. It was about the words. "I've been struggling, and those words reminded me that someone saw me, that I'm not invisible. It gave me hope when I needed it most." The host smiled warmly. "What would you say to Barron Trump if he's watching?" Dinah's voice wavered slightly. "Just, thank you. Not for the money, but for reminding me to hold on to hope. You made more of a difference than you know." The interview aired and the response was overwhelming. Strangers sent messages of encouragement. Customers left kind notes on napkins, tipped generously, or simply said thank you. Dinah kept Barron's note in her wallet, a constant reminder that small acts of kindness can ripple far beyond their intent. And sometimes, when her days felt heavy again, she'd pull out the note and read it, letting the words lift her spirit. Because brighter days weren't just coming. They were already here.